Skerryvore, thank you so much for joining me. You are recording in what was a church. Anything you'd like to confess before we get started?
How long have we got?
But seriously, you have a very exciting time coming up. So, Alec, massive show celebrating your 20th anniversary. Tell us all about this.
Probably our biggest gig to date at Floors Castle in Kelso, and we've got a load of guests come along to join us, friends and stuff like that, who are going to either do their own set or join us on stage as part of like the different songs that we're going to play from throughout the 20 years, of which there are many. So we're just in here trying to figure out what they all are right now, and hopefully we'll get there soon.
You're playing at Floors Castle. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it?
One of the nicest castles you've ever seen, it really is. You know, a lot of times people play at castle gigs, but you don't actually see the castle.
Yeah.
It'll be very much front and centre with this. I can't think of a much better backdrop we could have chosen. Because we have so many people coming from especially the States and across Europe and other countries, we really wanted to kind of showcase Scotland as well. And you know, we wanted somewhere that people that are travelling to the country are going to be like, wow, this is what it's all about.
You're making their Outlander dreams come
Exactly.
true. You need to bring on Sam Hugh and you'll be fine. Daniel, can you believe it's been 20 years of the band?
It's mixed. Sometimes it feels like 20 years.
when you look in the mirror.
and then other times, like, especially when we're doing this process and like going back through tracks and listening back, it feels as if it's just like flowing in. No, it's an amazing thing to think where it started initially, and is not really having a plan. We're doing it for some beer money and some fun around the Scottish Islands at the start, and now we've been all over the world and playing to 6,000 people at a castle in Scotland. It's quite a lot to take in, but it's been an amazing experience.
So you've got your own huge gig, then you're off to America, then you're doing something I'm very jealous of, Craig, Glastonbury.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do it for a very long time, and it's been very close on a number of occasions. But yeah, we're delighted to be finally getting to go to Glastonbury, and feels like the right time to be doing it with the 20th anniversary, and that's the big one, I suppose. That's the dream for everyone.
Has that been a bucket list one for you guys?
I think it's probably only been a bucket list one relatively recently though, because only like I think relatively recently would we believe that we're going to ever play at Glastonbury, because it seems like a big pop band, indie band thing, and we're kind of like in a niche genre. So it's only as we've sort of grown over the last wee while, I think, that we've went, do you know, like Glastonbury would be a good one to play, you know, and we have got it, so it's cool.
But you're playing it, but you get to enjoy it as well. You're hanging around.
Yeah, we've got the Friday night, and then we're up in Heartland Festival on the Saturday, so we just need to make sure we're on that flight on Saturday morning.
Can't enjoy it too much. Yeah.
And what else throughout the summer then? Where else are you playing?
Straight after that is Tyree Home Island Festival, which
is that always special?
Yeah, that's always great. Always great to go back. And then we're going to Hebridean Celtic Festival the weekend after that, which is one again a bit like a dream scenario. I remember us in the early years playing in the bars in Lewis and always wishing we could be on the big top and the
seeing it in the distance.
Yeah,
seeing
like, it in the distance.
I'll get there one day.
And you are working on new music, so we've got a new album. When can we expect that out?
Yeah, next year, hopefully. It's pretty far on at the moment. We've been doing a lot of work here in this studio with Scott, which has been amazing as well. So yeah, it's great to have a plan, you know, for next year. Obviously this year's very, very busy, it is, but it's nice to know there's already a plan for new music and move on to something different after this year.
And to have some of your songs go on and mean so much to so many people, you know, Take My Hand has become a wedding song. We play in an STV covers band, and I have sung that song really badly.
Let's hear it.
You've got to do it now.
Get me on at Floors. No, like that song really has taken on a life of its own, hasn't it? Has that been nice to see?
Yeah, it seems to be the favourite song, and I think when I wrote it years ago, I was thinking, as you do probably with every song that you write, that that's the best one yet. Yeah. I don't think I was expecting it to be as popular as it has been, but it's incredibly humbling that people use it for things like their wedding and stuff like that, and we get a lot of messages about that, and like you say, people covering it and videos of people doing it at karaoke in a bar and all that. You know, it's an odd thing to think that you've got a song that's kind of gone that far, and it's helped to propel some things and stuff. So if we could have another half a dozen of those, says the guy who's writing the song.